Hi, I'm Sarah Stivers, and I own Nurture Nutrition and Counseling, and I'm a candidate for a dual master's in nutrition and clinical health psychology at Bastyr University. And today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about creating cultural competency within your practice. So the first thing to define is, what is culture? And oftentimes we think of culture as just being race and ethnicity, but actually it encompasses all aspects of our social identity. So on the board here, I've written out some other aspects of social identity which are included in culture, and it's by no means an exhaustive list. So the first thing to think about too is in all of these aspects of identity is, where do we hold positions of privilege and marginalization. So each of these within our society, there are privileged members in each of these categories and there are marginalized members. And so each of us has a unique culture because we've come from different places, are at different places in our lives now, and our culture will continue to change, and we all have places of privilege and marginalization. So when we're talking about developing cultural competency, that really takes into consideration three different kind of steps to go along with. The first one is awareness, the second is knowledge, and the third is skills. Now, awareness is the first step, and to me it's also the most important step, and also probably the one that people skip over. But awareness means that I'm taking an inventory of my own cultural background and what it means to live in the society as my current culture, and also then to develop awareness about my prejudices and biases for other cultural groups. So this might look like really getting in touch with where I fall in terms of each of these categories, plus other ones, and how I've experienced privilege and marginalization and what that's felt like. In addition, I'm also going to think about just kind of my general prejudices that I have against other cultural groups, and we all have them, and it's nothing to feel shame about, but it is something to explore and to be aware of, so that when someone sits in front of me from that cultural group, I have a better understanding of what some of my reactions might be. So awareness is a lifelong process, but it's really a place to start from. So secondly, we move into knowledge, and this is the process of acquiring information about cultural groups outside of our own. And this can take many forms. It could be reading a book, it could be watching documentaries, it could be interacting with people of different cultures, it could be visiting community resources. The point is that you're gathering more information. Now, once you have that information, you want to be careful not to generalize that to all people of that group, and especially not to the client sitting in front of you, but to use that as a launching off point for asking questions and to gaining information about if that's true for them. In addition, you really don't want to put your client in the role of that person giving you the knowledge. When you're having a practitioner and client relationship, it's not their job to teach you about their culture or to be asked to speak on behalf of all people of one cultural group, because each person's identity is influenced by these other factors as well. So take that into consideration. And finally, we move into skills, and this is a place of developing a way of speaking and a way of being with people that's going to encourage openness and respect. So one way to do this is to really communicate using open-ended questions. So the more open-ended my question can be, the more different responses I can get, and the less likely I'll be to step on anyone's toes by making that range too small. So for example, if I ask my client, oh, are you married? That really closes off a lot of other responses that he or she may provide. Asking instead, tell me about important relationships in your life, may give more information and may make people from marginalized groups feel more at ease. In addition, when you're designing your intake questionnaire, for example, under gender, if you just have a checkbox for male and female, you're not encompassing all ways that people might identify. When you're thinking of creating your office, if you have chairs that only have arms on them, you might not be really allowing people of all sizes to feel comfortable in your office. Also, if you don't have ways for people of different physical abilities to get in and out of your office, you're really closing off the space and making some people feel less comfortable. So skill building is really a way of making sure that the way you speak and the way you are in your practice will be encompassing to a lot of different people. So this is just a little bit, just a start on cultural competency, and I hope that you'll use this information to further your awareness, knowledge, and skills around this issue. Thank you so much.